Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're using the MegaMod in our town of Noble Landing, and I think the big news of this episode is right there. Tunnel entrance 98% complete. Let's wander down this road over here, and down our utility swath that we've carved out of the forest, which we have to take a little more out of. Let's see if anybody... No, nobody has reported to work yet. They're all on a break or something. Well, while we're waiting, let's carve out a little more here. A little off-center to what I was trying to accomplish there. Let's take that out. And that will be fine. We're going to come in right here along the shoreline and kind of S over a little bit. So, who works here? Oh. Not good. Oh, man. Yeah. The one who works in the tunnel is stuck under it. Both are stuck under a mountain. I wonder if the tunnel is our flaw. I can kind of see them popping in and out there. Huh. Okay, maybe the tunnel caused all of this. Maybe the tunnel is extending... Where am I? That was over here, right? Let's do this again. Right here, we are... Okay, we're up in this corner. Our tunnel workers, which are over here in the little map, right there, are showing up over here. Really interesting. When the tunnel's done, we'll... Okay, dare we cycle 2 other workers through there? Okay, a new worker is in. Now that worker's right there. The other one is right there. Let's cycle out again. And then cycle in again. Worker out there, worker right there. The other 2 are no longer assigned to the tunnel. Question is whether or not they will find their way back home again. So that was here-ish. Anybody magically appearing out from the base of a mountain? Huh. Well, when we see starvation notices, maybe we'll find them. Okay, well that was an interesting discovery. Maybe I did set the tunnel too deep, and it somehow took those workers right off of the end of the map when they started their job. Huh, don't know. So let's try to remember to notice this going up. I'd love to see it pop in. I'll leave that right out in the middle where it's really annoying. Anyway, village home. Let's go out over here. We've got traders coming in. You know, I didn't do any traders at all at the end of last episode. And I didn't start by looking at... Right there in front of me, and I didn't see it. Uh-huh. Exactly. Well, there's our tunnel. Would have been nice to have been even a little bit deeper. But, yeah. So apparently the footprint that you know, it was clear back in here. This last little 3 squares back here were what the game actually counts as a footprint. And that, in order to have it look right, into a mountain, apparently, was in the dead zone. Well, not necessarily. The dead zone is as far as your camera will go. Whoa, that was creepy. So, like that. So the dead zone starts right here. Tunnel's out there. So it was never really in, you know, the edge of the map where you can't build. It was just in a mountain. I wonder. Let's go do that creepy experience again over here. Do we have a lost person in here? Can I get into the map here? Here we go. Not seeing anything. I wonder if I can see people hiding or just sitting around in here. There's we could drop off into the abyss there. Don't see anybody under this mountain. The game didn't crash by doing that, thank goodness. Okay, well, let's do this then. Not what I wanted. Right there. We've got 346 people. 346. So, we'll see if that number starts. Well, it's gonna be hard to keep track to see if it's just starts dropping, because people will be dying too and adding. So, yeah, it's gonna be hard to do that. Anyway, we've got a tunnel. So, what do you say we lay some track? We've got some laborers. We've got some builders. We'll see who actually builds these, like the docks, the docks right there. They're built with laborers. The laborers bring the logs in and auto builds. The builder never has to touch it. So I'm curious to see if the railroad tracks are similar or not. So let's find that out. Where is that? That's roads. Right there, there, and just going to put in 10,000 straight tracks to start with. Just like so. How deep in can we go? Right there. Now, can they reach that? Guess we'll find out. Oh, this is going to be like watching Vapa laying his squares, isn't it? I'm going to be here for a while. Now, it looks like it will let me accidentally lay one over the top of another trader. I'm going to have to deal with that. Alright, let's pause the game. There should be a boat at every one of these. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything we can really use. How are we doing, though? 41,000 food. Let's peek at the food charts lately. We accepted a bunch of nomads. So how are we... wonder how long ago that was. This is early summer. And I ignored the boats for a long time and let it run. But I'm thinking it was this year, like early spring. Well, it may have been at late winter. I don't remember now, last episode. But with that, production food is holding. Now, before the nomads, we were ahead on food by 3,000 or 4,000. Now we're behind by 1. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Tools are holding. Good. Fuel is losing a little bit. Otherwise, we're in pretty good shape. Ah, nice. Okay, well, we'll do that. And what do we got here? So we don't really need to buy food. Unless it's something we're going to use for something else, like the sorghum. And barley. Now, I was going to say we could set up our own stable and get domesticated animals, but we really don't need them anymore. We may eventually get into that industry, but it's not needed for something that we're waiting for. So let's go with the sorghum. What's the best way to do 2,000? There's no 20s in this one. Whatever the 20s were, one of the coats, I think. We need to get some into this trader as well. So let's go with... We haven't spent survival coats in a long time. So how quickly do we get to 2,000 there? Probably get to 18 and 21. So we'll go with that. We need 200 more, so that's 20 spirits. And we're there. Trade and dismiss. You don't have much to sell with on purpose. Pumpkin. Is there anything here we truly need? Don't think so. I got to thinking we should at least have enough to buy a seed over here. We got 1,000. We got 1,800 in here. And there's still sausages. Did I not cancel that last time? I know I did. Okay, inventory. That is odd. We talked about that. Oh well, unless... That's right, last time I had a crash and I had to restart like 3 minutes into that episode. Maybe I did it that one time in those 3 minutes. That's possible. So we need to get something over here that would give us the, at least, let's say 4,000 to buy a certain seed that shows up that we happen to be looking for. So let's do survival coats over here, and 250 of those And let's do some fancy furniture over here. Fancy, fancy. There you are. And we'll do... Those are 30s. Let's do 50. There's another 1,500. Okay, we'll go that route. So trade, and we're just going to dismiss you. Yeah, no longer listing sausage. Alright. Dismiss, and you're done. This guy has for us from Handle the Hauler. What do we need? Iron? We're still in that 900 range. But we're going to be laying railroad. Okay, 400 iron. Coke fuel. Tools were... Yeah, we were in the 3s before, so we're ahead of the curve there. Firewood. No, but I'll take fire bundles if you've got them. Let's see. Sand and clay we've not looked at for a while. Dump you. Sand and clay. I think we did about 2 episodes ago. Clay. I know you're here somewhere. There you are. 25. And we've got enough sand to bring it up to 2,700 last time. It'll be similar to the 25. And we're still at 25. So we are using... I think it was sand that we bought last time. I'm pretty sure it was. So we're using sand faster than we're making it. So sand we need a boost. We need to get one more shore house somewhere. So I'm done with that, and we don't need sand or clay. Roof tiles, whole components, lamp oil, we're good. So we want another 2,000. And this one we do have... No, we don't have 20s in here either. So we've not spent wine in a long time. Let's go that route. Let's see. 250? There it is. Trade and dismiss. You're done. You are Alice, the dry goods trader. Pottery, bedding, jade, silver fennegs. Yes, 100 of those. One of these days we'll make our own. We have 200 unused flax. Oh, that's buying it, not selling it. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, I thought we got rid of all that. Iron statues, cotton. I don't see anything else that really catches my attention here. Okay, 100 of those. That'll be 10 of these. I like 10s. They're easy. Okay, trade and dismiss. And probably food over here. Yep, there's our last one. Oats. Oysters. Now, I'm trying to remember. What do we have in the way of butchers? Butchers, we had a deer butcher there. And there's one out here, right? You. Cow butcher. Okay, so deer and beef. Venison and beef. So we could buy 500 venison just for the cuts that they're going to make to add some variety. Otherwise, and there's beef. They're all only at 1, so that's fine. So, in olives, we are not making vegetable oil. No, we're only making lamp oil right here. So don't need that. Question is, do we want to buy a bunch of food just to buy a bunch of food? I don't think so. We'll stick to the 1,000. What do we have in here to buy with? Here we've got 20s. Oh, it's only 1,000 though. Now I don't need them. Let's do 100 spirits. There we go. Trade and dismiss. Game back on. And all of the traders have been taken care of. And one more is... Nope, he was already here. So we missed the farm trader. And he'll just be bringing in seeds and animals, so we'll skip him anyway. So, what else? Let's finish laying out tracks. And then we can work on that new tin mining area. You are a laborer hauling logs. Let's watch this happen. Never mind. Boy, she looked like she was on a mission. Okay, back to tracks. Right there. What else do we have? We got a bridge. We got a bumper. Bridge, bridge, tunnel. Huh. It'd be neat to have something that gives us an elevation and goes up, over, and back down again. I was going to do that out here just for fun. But nope, that's not an option yet. Okay. Now, if I accidentally put one over the top of another, I'm hoping, because I know I'm skipping one or two here and there. I'm hoping that it doesn't start stacking them like the ghost tiles, but rather it's more like the road squares that as you're building a road, if you build one on top of the other, then it just ignores it because there's already one there. But I can see it's really easy to miss one in here, or to accidentally do it twice in the same square. So I want to go over, I think it's 3. Let's set a... Wow. Okay, so what kind of bridge? I want to set the bridge in, then we'll build to that. So we've got a stone bridge, railroad stone bridge. Probably going to be rather similar to this in appearance. We've got a railroad bridge with a tall... I'm wondering if that's more like a trestle bridge or a, with all the framing up above. I kind of like that idea. And this is probably more like a wooden bridge, maybe a scaffolding underneath. Let's try this one. And I know I can't build on the shore, but I'm hoping I can build maybe at this point here. Now, is the road there at the beginning going to cause this to fail? It probably is. We're going to have to get rid of the road, build it, and then put the road back in somewhere else. So let's just go ahead and make that happen now. Let's take out everything from here to here. And let's prioritize that. Once that's done, we'll try the bridge again. Otherwise, yeah, we'll wait on that. We got anything being built? Nothing yet. Okay. Let's put another priority just over... no priority on these. We'll take it. Okay. One worker died, but we got several laborers that have... No. Born. Yeah. The odds of actually keeping track of population is almost impossible. Too much happens down in here when I'm not looking to know if we're actually losing people under our mountains. How would we go about to see if anybody else is like that? These are builders. These are building sites. Let's go this route. Laborers. If I just buzzed through this, would anybody be under the mountain? Or is that problem actually completely done now? Does that mountain ever show up? That's a huge quantity of our peoples. No, it's only the 19. I was looking at the 95. So 15, 19, 10 of these guys. Nobody's showing up under the mountain. Who else do we have large quantities of? Foresters. Gatherers. And I'm thinking traders. Okay. So nobody's actually under the mountain that we can find. I'm really wondering if the tunnel wasn't it. It being the building footprint was actually within the mountain where you normally wouldn't reach. I wonder if that's going to be an issue that we did not anticipate. Maybe so. So we're waiting for, well, after that little distraction, did the road get taken away? Where was I with that? I got to turn myself around here. I'm down here. Here. It did. Okay, let's get the bridge in. Back to road, train, track, bridge. 4 wood, 2 iron per tile. So I'm thinking from about here, like so. Okay, I want to see the bridge go in. We have more stuff that's finished over here we need to go look at. But with that in, let's... What is this road? This is the key road that we need to replace with stone. Yeah. Alright, let's just put a segment of stone. Actually, this is probably always going to be wooded. Let's go in with stone like that. Let's keep it out here. Now let's go over one, across the bridge, and then over to there. Okay, that gets us where the railroad track crossing the road, not near a little intersection or a turn. So it'll have its own distinct crossing area there. There's probably the farming merchant. Yeah. And you've got seeds. Dismiss you. Okay. So with that building over there, and probably wiping out our ages here. Ages are decent enough. We'll get another 2 kids out of that one. Not being able to build another building probably for the rest of this episode because of all of the tracks that are queued up. That just reminded me, I do want to find out if it's laborers or builders that are building these. So if we were to queue up, no, sorry, we cannot prioritize. So if we go by the order that they were laid, they're going to start over here. If they go by the closest job, then they're going to start over here. Huh. And they're not going to do anything until they take out all the rest of the trees we queued up, huh? Probably. They do like the pathway, though. It's the second person we've seen walking, an herbalist, walking right down the railroad track. They're using it like a road. Okay. So back over here. So good ages on that house. Country little stockage. It's a stockage. This guy, right? That guy. Let's take some more trees out. I want to see this. Right out like that. And this I can prioritize, right? Yeah. Let's get that done. This is in? It is. Okay. That's the stockage, which, let's look at that description again. It doesn't tell me here, does it? No, it's right there. And it'd be nice if there was a, like RimWorld, a little something on here you can click on it and you'll get the pop-up that you have to go over here to display. Anyway, used for a little storage, cost 16 wood. So it doesn't tell you what's going to store in there. So maybe like a general stockpile. That's going to be my guess. That's like a general stockpile, and the other one is going to be like a more like a barn, a general storage barn. That's what I'm thinking we're going to see happen in these two. In fact, let's just leave these up for a while. We'll see what sort of things pop into these. Not going to hold much. We're already at 1/10 full with that. So 20 is 1/10, so the equivalent of 200 logs. Yeah, 200 items. Another merchant. The merchants. They drive you nuts. Dismiss. Yeah. 42,000. We're gonna be ignoring a lot of them, I think. Not going to be enslaved to them anymore. So this little area here is kind of what I want to work on. So we're going to be doing tin. Need a furnace fuel. Okay, so furnace fuel is going to be taxed with this. We're doing what in furnace fuel right now? Up there to the bright orange one, 1100. Which I seem to have a memory of having bought like 600 to 1,000 at one point just to add to our supplies. Oh, many episodes ago. Trading post. I still have to look at these because when I get to where I ignore them, that's when I get to where I'm told the next day after I release the episode that you missed the nomads. So I have to look at them anyway. So we're going to be tapping furnace fuel. That's made over here out of fire bundles, which means we're going to be needing even more fire bundles, which means we're going to be needing even more reeds and more workshops. So how are the reeds looking right now? Looking for green, there you are, 3,000. And fire bundles I know is really low, because we've only got 700, and a lot of that is firewood. Fire bundles, fire, 650. Okay, firewood is only 150. So let's take an inventory of our workshops here. Fire bundles 2. Fire bundles 2. Fire bundles 2. Okay, that's the majority right there. Then we've got rope hiding in here with 1. And rope is looking like what right now? RO 800. We're doing fine in rope. We're not upgrading dock shacks fast enough to overcome that. Otherwise, these two are survival coats. So I would say we could afford to put in like 4 more reeds, maybe 6 more. Another couple for survival coats, and another 2 workers, another 2 workers on fire bundles. Maybe another 4 workers on fire bundles. So I'm thinking we've got 12, we got 11 workers here. We've got 6, 12 reeds. So it looks like 1 reed patch per worker is the proportion here that we're actually using. Beekeeper died. So if we were to get 6 more reed farms in and 3 more workshops with fire bundles and survival coats, that would be a good balance. The question is, where do we put them? Where can we house them? Is probably the more appropriate question. I'm thinking this over here. In fact, I got to looking at this. Kind of got these backwards. I'm going to do this different on the rest of these. We've got a lake up near where I live, a big lake, and the entire lake is ringed with houses. Everybody from the city has their summer home out there on that lake. They're all facing the water, and actually the road is right behind the houses. So the house will face the water. There'll be a little path alongside that goes out to the road that rings the lake, and everybody lives on the lake, and then they drive in. Yeah, I think that would look like something kind of fun to build in here. So I think I'll do that with these key homes. It just seems like at that lake most of the houses look the same too. So we'll think about that. What was that one? That was another merchant. So, but these houses look really nice over here. I like this. Need to get some of the smaller ones in as well. Maybe a couple of the bigger ones. This one doesn't really fit, but I wanted to see it. Now that I see it, I really like it. Well, it does look like the roof cuts into the window a little bit on that side. And I don't see another place to have put it. Because it looks like it's going to cut into these windows too. It's halfway up into that. Yeah, it's right up in here. But there is, well, the back door could have been right there. That's on the right side of it. That's where it went. The back door was right there under the porch. Oh, I built it wrong. Okay. Let's fix that. I like the way that looks now that I see it that way. And maybe that's why it's off by a half, so that it fits properly with that door. Okay, we're going to do that. I want to see that done properly. But what else goes out over here? How are we on houses? Oops, I lost my menu. Over here, over here. You go up there. So, overview, 131 families, 110 homes. So we can afford to do a few. So let's do that. So over in here, we're making tin. We need to store tin. Tin ore. That would be a material? Material, yeah. So we need a material warehouse over here, and we need a road into that. And then we'll look at putting some housing out. What was that? Merchant arrived. Okay, front door is probably that little area right there. So and this is going to be, we figured it would be wooded eventually. So we'll put in the moss stone. Moss Road, right like that. So you're going to go there, and I want a warehouse reasonably close to that. So that would be this one. So we're going to store there, and then we're going to walk down the road with it and use it over there. How close? I mean, right out their front door? Kind of close? That would make sense. What's it look like against our house over here, though? Do something more like that as well. Let's do it like that. I like that better. Still on the same pathway. Can't go any closer. Alright, right over there, and that still gives us a view of this house. Okay. Let's take a peek over here at the railroad tracks. See how we're doing. Though it's winter time, so we may or may not be able to see anything. Ah, we're looking like something's changed over here. Oh, interesting. We're building it in 2 different stages. So when the materials arrive, we get the oh, what are they called? We get the rails and the the word has slipped my mind. What are the wood pieces called on a railroad track? No, it'll come to me. Okay. So when they build it, and you are a builder. Okay, so builders. So we do need both. It's not quite like the docks. We've got to have laborers deliver and builders. You're a laborer. You're delivering steel or iron. Just like so. Okay, so we need a good balance of both. Which we basically got. Let's take you down to 15. Yeah. Alright, so the coffee is in. We still have a coffee house going on. We're going to get back to building this city here soon. But I'm going to concentrate this time up in this area. Just kind of looking things over right now. This has not been building for a very long time. Why do we not have bricks anymore? Do we turn bricks off at some point? You are bricks. We have iron and bricks, but this thing never seems to be working. We have someone working it. Interesting. You are picking up resources. You are carrying iron. Okay. I suppose if we had a second person in there, one could be doing the work while someone else is bringing the supplies. Maybe that would work a little better. This bridge is right there. Most of the wood is there. We have plenty of supplies right now. So yeah, I guess that is working. We have a church there. No other little angry yellow symbols over buildings. No, we seem to be in pretty good shape. Okay. So over in this area, we want more houses. We want to get the tin mines in. We probably want maybe even a second forge. We'll have the water wheel version, and let's go in with the other one. What was that? Wilhelmire, the farmer, died during childbirth. This one, that one, and this guy, the forge. It's going to be over here, which gives us a second angry red circle. So we'll have to offset that the best we can. Let's go over here this time, although it would be nice to use the same material warehouse. And if I bring it forward by 1, I can get a road back behind. Okay, we'll do it right there. So we can use the same material warehouse. We still have our crossroads open to put other buildings right in that area. And we'll sneak a road back behind and attach to the front of this as well. So our tin peoples here, what are these called actually? Soup tinneries. Our tinnery folks can easily get a hold of the tin. let's set these over here. And this one's going to build first, meat. And speaking of meat, we are dangerously low on fish. We did double our number of workers, but still, fish normally, when you're using the dock fisheries, is through the roof, and we've hardly got any. By name, fish, 1,000. So let's also put in here, probably actually here and here. Let's get a couple of dock fisheries in. So I'm trying to decide what to put in first, the dock or the fishery. Let's put in the dock fishery and then build the dock to it. So, storing food. We have food storage here. We don't have food storage. We need to get food storage in this area. Right in there to unload this guy. Okay. So this circle goes just like that. And just notice he's sitting here. 46,000. I really don't see any need to buy anything. Honeycomb. Now it's worth the cost of 3 though. Fish. Alright, dismiss you. And I will peek at this guy. No, this guy? Dry goods. This guy. So an industry supplier comes in. I want to look at that one, looking for more iron. This guy's sitting here. You've got ales and spirits, dismiss you. And he just gave up on us and left. I would too. So you're right here. Let's build out of you. So center and sitting straight is about like that. Docks. Okay. There's center. Right there. Hold your breath. Okay, how close to shore are we with that one? We're sitting out there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well... do we put the barn there or the barn here? It wouldn't be a bad idea to have it both, actually. These guys, no point having them walk all the way over to here every single time. And this guy will fill up with supplies faster if they're not walking all the way out there every time. They just drop it off. Let's put one in each. Which means I'm thinking that this last dock needs to go. Let's put in a single dock. And what direction were those going? So slats go that way, just like that. There. You're going to go there, and then we're going to stair step down. There. Okay, so with that, right there, some kind of a food storage. What would it be? Actually, I kind of like Red Ketchup's barns. These. Was it these? Town Tithe? No. Okay, maybe not those. This one. Medieval barns. Something like that. Yeah, I think that looks good here. Now... I'm thinking that right there is the path. Could actually have them walk right on through and out the other end. That's interesting. And the other end is almost out there. Let's do that. You're going to go there. Barn, I don't need to see complete. These guys are building. Building supplies we have. That's up so we could see its footprint. And so we can stock it or employ it when it happens. Okay. Something just moved over here. Ah, meat tinnery. I would assume we're going to go straight to fish. We'll go with 2 in each right now. We've got a good supply of laborers right now. Back into here. What meat do we have we're going to have a lot of fish. Beef we're out because our butcher's using it. We got ducks and chickens. So chicken, where are you? Chicken, 18. Ducks, 600. What else is there? Llama, which is that the one that's like charky? Yeah, 500 of those. Otherwise, that's about it in meat, right? That we've got. We don't have pigs. We have sheep. No, we have llamas and cows and chickens. Alright, so it's going to be fish. So fish is there, and it's pretty much ready to go. Okay. You go away. You go away. Nothing else here has completed. Storage has been taken out, so I can start taking these buildings down. And the forage. Okay. So a barn over in this area. And of that look right there. It'd be kind of neat to have it look like it belongs to this trader. So what barn will look like that? I mean, this barn right here does have a similar color and shape. So that could be it as well. But what else do we have? This guy, when he's done, he looks like... Where are you? Right there. That's not quite it. The white and the crisscrosses. I don't want that. So other barns. So what was in these sets here? Storage. Whoa. Nope. Tutor. No. Viking storage vault. No. Cellars and storage yards. Okay, none of those. This one. Storage barns. You are a small barn. Alright, so white and crisscross. Village barn. So that's all that style. And that was a warehouse and food. That was this guy. Tall, narrow, skinny. Which we do need to build here somewhere. Maybe in toward the city. Yeah, the architecture is similar to that already. So those will go over there. What else do we have? And the merchant arrived. So the small barn actually would fit the bill. It'd be nice if it was grayer. There's no color... Oh, no alternate colors. That's the magazine. These are the big red silo types. Dry goods storage. Another trader. Grain. I like the look, but I need it for food. Root cellar. Meat locker. Bank barn. Resource depot. Warehouse. Warehouse. Okay. And the distribution barn, which doesn't do the job that we need. It's got a different purpose. Okay, let's go in with the small barn. We'll do that. And he can sit just like that. And then from there, all of the vendors from the different markets will come and grab it. So it'll probably always be, being emptied as the others are doing their job. Sitting right here noticing our dirt road. Oh, and our keystone went in, which looks funny because we've got too much land showing. Okay, we'll play with that, but let's take a look at this guy. Handle the hauler has brought us what? Silver ore. We'll take that. Furnace fuel. Let's do that. We will increase our production later, but let's not get into a deficit while we're doing that. Because I have a feeling I've got lots of things to distract me from ever getting to that. So, iron ore. Do we want iron ore? It probably wouldn't hurt. Though when I do buy them, it kind of skews our numbers to know if we're making enough. Oh well, we've skewed them so much already we don't really know what we're doing. So 2330 is what we're working with here. What do we have to get rid of? Lots of wine over here. Lots of spirits. Fancy furniture. Actually, we're storing the fancy furniture over here, so let's do that. So we've got 3,000 worth. If I were to put in 78, I'm going to guess. Overpaying by 10, 77. So now we need an additional 20, so 2 of these guys. We're good. Trade and dismiss. We've got a dry goods trader over here who's brought us reeds. Sure, we'll take those. And silver fennigs. Yep, he heard the rumor that we're buying those. And that is it. So 1100. Fancy furniture again because we're storing it right here. So 40, 35. We'll go with 35. Additional 50. So 5 of these guys. We're good with that. Trade and dismiss. Alright. Not going to buy food. We do have a generic one over here. Are you cutting the corner or are you stopping? You're cutting the corner. Alright, wow. 40-some minutes into this already. Vegetable tinnery. Okay. You're pinned. Let's look at you. What are our choices? About every vegetable you can think of in there. Okay. Lots of choices. What do we want to... Let's get workers going already. What do we have in the way of vegetables? By quantity. We have fruits. No, we don't. 74 of them. Let's go up this way. There we go. Coffee beans. I'm guessing is a vegetable. Hops. Okay, pause. It keeps changing on me. Alright. I'm not seeing any real vegetables in our list in these higher quantities. Really? So to pull off one of these, we're really going to have to start specializing, aren't we? Yeah. It may be time to put in a few more fields. Carrots. Tomatoes grew really well. I remember that from the George map. So, but we have carrots. So, carrots over here. 10 carrots. Okay, we're going to go with that. And let's think about this. Your sorghum, your sorghum. Your cucumbers. About the same number of cucumbers as carrots. Your carrots. We're going to switch you. Where are we? Late spring. Okay, we're just coming in. So next time you're going to be carrots. Right there. 2 fields of carrots. I would hope would be able to supply. You are what? Blueberries. So between this and all the gatherers, there may be enough blueberries to run the fruit tinnery, which isn't done yet. And soup is what I'm curious about. What are we going to do for soup? So these guys are waiting. Nomads have arrived at the town hall. Okay. What have you got for us here? Town hall, nomads. 53. I would say we're going to take these guys and not accept any more for a while. I was just watching Night Ghost episode today. He accepted close to 150 nomads, and that food just tanked. So it was a panicked, stressful, exciting episode to watch. I don't know if I'm up to that kind of excitement, but we'll accept these guys. But I don't think I want to push it beyond this. We'll see where we're actually sitting next time. But yeah, I'm going to stop right there. We'll put all these little yellow dots in our view here and call this episode done. Next episode is housing and employing all of these guys. And I think I'm going to sit down here this evening and record at least 2, maybe even 3 episodes. So adding comments to this video is not going to affect what I'm going to be able to do for a while. I'm going to get a few episodes under my belt so I can be working on other projects. In fact, I've got to figure some things out. There's 2 or 3 games I want to bring onto the channel here real soon. But I also want to continue Noble Landing and the RimWorld series. So I could be recording as many as 5 series simultaneously soon. So I'm trying to figure out just how to do that and still be able to have my sanity and make a living and see my family once in a while. I may have to cut them down to 20 to 30 minute episodes just so that I've got time to do all of the editing. Editing one of these hour-long videos, it pretty much consumes the rest of the evening time it's all done. Record it, edit it, and then wait for the machine to render it. And my software has not been rendering successfully every time lately. In fact, there was one time I had 4 or 5 runs in a row that failed. So I don't know if there's a bug in the software or just what happened, or if Windows update did something to the system, or just what. But anyway, a 20-minute episode renders, it just feels like night and day. It's like, oh, it's done already? Wow. So editing 5 series is what's really going to take most of the time. So I go through and I sit back and watch the episode all over again, checking for glitches and problems and things that I've got to snip parts out where something went wrong, or the sound went wonky or whatever. I don't like putting out videos that are low quality. So yeah, I've got some decisions to make soon about how to pull off 4 or 5 series simultaneously on the same amount of time that I've got available that I have right now. So with this, I'm going to shut this one down and start recording the next one, maybe a third this evening. And then tomorrow I may do the same thing with RimWorld. And then I've got some videos in the bank while I'm working on figuring out the other ones. But with this, we're going to call this one done. This has been Noble Rambler. I thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and a thumbs up down there is always appreciated. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about things, and I will talk with you later. Bye-bye.